Okay, so loving yourself, I want to talk about that. That is very tied to self worth. And this can be conscious to some women, it can be really subconscious or unconscious to women. And it really is important to start to love yourself more. And that's just one way to create really squeaky clean energy for the vibrational match of having a baby and becoming pregnant. So you can do that through so many different modalities. I won't go through all of them here, but you can do energy clearing, you can do mirror gazing, um, you can do time techniques, tapping. I don't know if I said affirmations, affirmation subliminals, things like that. If you guys have any questions on that, happy to go into that at the end of this or, right now. Also happy to record a whole other, masterclass and all that stuff. But there's so many ways. And again, it's kind of like getting into the thing of creating a life now, but your worthiness does not depend on you becoming a mom. Like your worth isn't dependent on if you're a mom or not. You were born worthy of everything, and nothing has changed. And that should be really important, a really, really important guide for you, and a statement that should just let you realize that you're worthy. You're worthy of pregnancy. You're worthy of a baby, and nothing can get in the way of that. So just to be there with that, and to get yourself in a space of worthiness before you can actually get pregnant. A lot of women I see, it can be hard. We have the stigma of like, women stay home, they raise the babies, they get pregnant, and then when that doesn't happen, a lot of women feel really unworthy, and it's hard for them. But know that you are worthy. Every person on this planet has a purpose, and they also have obstacles that they have signed up for before this life that they are here to learn, lessons to learn, obstacles to overcome. So really stay curious about what is my lesson here? What am I trying to learn from all of this? And there typically is something that you need to tweak in your life. Like I said, do that body scan, see what's off. It's just kind of like more of like, not really, I mean, it's a roadblock, but it's more in like the energetic realm. It's just showing you that something's off that you need to change in your life. And once you do that, your whole life will change, everything. Not just from becoming a mom, but you internally as a person and everything around you, your finances, your work. It typically all just kind of like is a domino effect when you start from the core and work on your way out. Um, okay, so let me see where we're at. Yeah, we talked about affirmations, proper journaling and meditating. So, like I said, it's in the now. It's not the begging. It's I'm so excited. So let's say you're journaling, and you can do future journaling. For example, you can say, hey, like, and you want to go to that place. So maybe you just found out that you're pregnant. Um, that's like the future you're envisioning, or maybe you are jumping forward to like you holding your baby. Journal on that as if it's happening right now. That's a really great way to shift your energy and to do all of that manifestation. Um, Same with just the journaling. Even if you're not doing the future journaling, you can say, hey, I'm really grateful for now. This is how I'm feeling. I know my baby's come to me. I'm so excited. But again, it's staying in the positive. So staying in the now, the present. Um, but also you want to make sure that you are being very cognizant of the words that you say. So a lot of people say, trying to think of a good example. I'm sick of being infertile. I'm sick of not being able to make a baby. That's all negative. And again, like the subconscious, like while it doesn't know the difference between time, it doesn't know the difference between like negatives and positives, like yes and no's. It doesn't hear the no, it just hears infertile, infertile, infertile. So you want to make sure that you are crafting these messages in a way that's your affirmations are, I am fertile. I am worthy of a baby. My baby is on its way to me right now. So those are all very different affirmations. Again, leaving out anything that has to do with time. That is not your job. Your job is to stay in the now, to stay trusting and knowing that everything is working out for everyone's highest good. Okay, so there's 2 points left that I really want to talk about, and the first one is slowing down and feminine energy. So I mentioned at the beginning. I want to get more into that now. Every single human being, boy, girl, whatever, dog, tree, has two types of energy, masculine and feminine. And it's really important to keep those in balance. The issue with our society, especially in America, is we are raised in the very masculine energy. So we're all about output. How much can we achieve? What are the grades that we can get? Um, how much can we work out today? So it's all of that output. So anything output, anything that's logical, that's analytical, that's all about steps and doing, that's masculine. And that's all great. However, for most people, it overtakes their lives. And yeah, so it's one of the biggest problems for everyone I talk to. Like 100% of my clients, that's their biggest problem. And a lot of time, the women who come to me are type A, and I am type A. So the perfectionism, all of that stuff is like high achieving. All that stuff is masculine. So that's great to a certain point. You want to make sure that you do have some masculine to you. There are actions that you do need to take. Maybe you need to call a doctor. Maybe you need to take your pills. Something like that. That's very important. But you really, really need to tap in, especially during this time, into that feminine energy. So feminine energy is all about receiving and taking and love and flow and joy and anything beautiful. So it's interesting because the women in America, I can talk to America, I can't really talk to the rest of the world, but most of the women have been raised to see their moms doing all the cooking, doing all the cleaning. Well, that is all output. That is all actually masculine energy. Feminine energy is about receiving. It's about receiving a present or getting a hug or having your husband massage your feet or your partner. So really think about getting into feminine energy. This is something that's going to be very conscious for you at first if it's not in your normal every day-to-day life. For me it is. So I also have a lot of nurses, and they have really long days and they're on their feet. So you have to be really easy on yourself too. So don't get hard on yourself. So maybe you do have a job that's really grueling. What can you do? Can you take a 15-minute break in your day, or even 5 minutes, just sit down and breathe and slow down? Or, maybe it's on their day offs. They're not getting up early and doing all of the things, cleaning, running errands, and, working out a crazy time, like all in that one span. Like, you really do need to make that space to slow down, to open up your aura, to receive, and to even just get started for that. There are some certain things that you can do. If somebody tells you a compliment, accept it. That is getting you into the feminine vibe and making you actually able to receive. Sometimes women aren't able to receive. It's very hard for them. And again, that goes back to the self love and the self worth too. Also goes into a lot of conditioning from our society. So when you wake up in the morning, do you have 5 minutes where you can breathe, where you can meditate? Do you have 5 minutes during the day? And it's really just, again, it starts off very conscious. Maybe you have to set an alarm. Maybe you have to have a post-it to remind yourself. Maybe at lunch, you can remind yourself to slow down and to really enjoy everything that you're eating and feeling. And maybe you can go outside and feel nature. Nature is also very feminine. Taking walks and feeling the sun on you. Any of that stuff is a really great place for you to start receiving. Yeah, that is a really great part. And just to be aware of slowing down and opening up your awareness and being really easy on yourself and going with the flow. And that brings me